Okay, have a Keysight 34465A doing a 4-wire ohm measurement on my little home built 10K reference, and I made this nice Teflon 4-wire shielded cable. And something that I found kind of cool was that you can use the 3 or 10 amp terminals as a guard. I'll show you how that works. Now, I have the trend chart set to 100 milliohm full scale, and let me see if I can get my hand in here at the same time, and you can see, oops, I actually hit the cable, so I might show a little bit of a bump right there, but if I put my hands anywhere near the cable, or even the reference itself down here, touching the reference, it doesn't have any effect on the reading whatsoever. But if I pull the ground or the shield for the guard, let it stabilize here for a second. I'm going to take my hand, I'll move it around the cable again, not touching it, just move it around. You can see it has a major effect. Also, touch the plastic box, the reference, tapping it lightly. You can see the effects on the screen. Again, I'll plug this back in. Let it stabilize for a few seconds, and I'll do the same thing. And you see no more changes. So that's kind of cool. Since I made this nice cable, I was wondering, well, how do you use the guard with the meters that don't have a guard, a traditional guard, like the 3456 has a guard? Well, apparently you can use the current inputs. That's kind of cool. One more thing I want to show is how well this guard, this is a plastic box with the resistors in, but it's copper lined inside. So the guard connects is electrically conductive to the inside, the copper lining of the enclosure. And I'm going to show you, if I touch the case and hold it, well, I'm not going to move the cables because that will show up on the meter, but you can see there's virtually no change whatsoever. Now I'm going to disconnect the guard lead. Okay, so we're going to have a disturbance there. We're going to let it settle for a second. Actually, just hit clear and let that run for a few seconds. Now I'm going to touch it a little bit here, same as I did before. You can see how much it affects the reading. Just a little bit of static energy from my hand without the guard, how much it affects the readings. Before it was nice and stable. So I'll connect the guard back up. Okay, let's meter stabilize here for a second. And do the same thing. Touch it. You can see not affecting it nearly as much anymore. So the guard is very effective, even with resistance down to or as low as 10,000 ohms. So it's not always necessary. I mean, the guard is definitely necessary with higher values, but appears to be quite effective for 10,000 ohms as well.